So Canelo Alvarez is going to be fighting. He's going to be fighting Caleb Plant, and it's one of the biggest fights that's about to happen in this year. In terms of boxing, obviously Canelo Alvarez is one of the biggest stars in boxing, and it's an interesting fight from the perspective that Canelo Alvarez is coming off a very high level win against Billy Joe Saunders, and it was a career best performance. I mean, he made that fight look almost easy, in the way that he broke him down, and it was quite impressive the way he stopped him. It's one of the best performances of Canelo's career, and he obviously broke his eye socket. Now, going into the Caleb Plant fight, a lot of people are thinking, this guy's got no chance against him. There's no way that Caleb Plant has got a chance against Canelo Alvarez. To some extent, I could see their point. I could see where they're coming from, because Canelo Alvarez is on a bit of a tear at the moment. He's in a position where he looks like he's... a lot of people consider him the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the sport, and rightly so. I mean, if you just look at his resume alone, what he's done in the sport, it is quite impressive. It's very impressive, and obviously we're gonna see what's gonna happen now in terms of Canelo Alvarez. If he could win the 168 title and unify the division, that's very, very impressive. So yeah, from that perspective, it looks like he's on a tear right now, and it looks like there's no one that can actually stop him. But honestly speaking, Caleb Plant, a lot of people don't think he's got a chance in this fight, but I feel like he may be able to cause a few problems. I'm not going to say he's going to beat Canelo Alvarez. I don't think so, but I feel like he may be able to cause a few problems for Canelo. First of all, he's southpaw, and historically speaking, Canelo, when he went in there against the likes of Erislandy Lara and other fighters, he's not always looked at his best. Don't get it twisted, I still think Canelo's going to win, but I don't think it's as easy as people think it's going to be. And on top of that, Caleb Plant seems like he's been training very, 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 very hard for this fight. And he's in a position now where he's just like, you know what, it's my time. I have to pull this off. And he seems like he's going to go for it. Do I think that's going to be enough for him to win the fight? It remains to be seen, because obviously you're going in there against the pound-for-pound king, who looks like he's absolutely on a tear right now. He looks like he's formidable, and he's looking like he's at his peak right now. So for him to go in there against that type of level of opposition, he's going to need to pull out the best performance of his entire life to even come close to even beating him. And even if you do beat him on points, you've got the politics to contend with. The fact is, Canelo is the house fighter that generates all this money. Everybody wants him to win. Everybody wants him to win. Not just in terms of he is one of the most marketable fighters that the sport has ever seen. He's like a mix between Chavez Sr. and Oscar De La Hoya. Chavez Sr. was seen as a hardcore, pure Mexican boxer, but he never had the love of the casuals in terms of the females. While Canelo Alvarez has got that. Plus, he is seen as an authentic Mexican fighter. He's not seen as a Mexican American. He's seen as a Mexican fighter. And I think from that perspective, I think that there's a tremendous amount that could actually happen. I think Caleb Plant could potentially pull off the upset, but I just think Canelo has got the odds in his favour in terms of his style. And on top of that, I don't think that there's a chance that Caleb Plant's gonna get a fair shake in terms of the judges. The judges are never gonna be on his corner. They're literally against him. So from that perspective, I just think there's no chance for Canelo to actually win this fight. Not Canelo, sorry, Caleb Plant to win this fight from the perspective of the politics. So the only real chance he has is if he knocks him out. The problem with that is Canelo's got a world-class chin. So from several perspectives, you can see why a lot of people have got... why the odds are seen as to be against Caleb Plant at this point in time. He's going in there against a very high-level elite fighter. Who's a house fighter. And on top of that, he's a fighter that a lot of people see as the best pound for pound fighter in the world. And on top of that, he's got the politics on his side. From so many perspectives, you can see why a lot of people are not putting their money on Caleb Plant, and they think Canelo's going to win. But I still think he's got a bit of a chance to not upset the odds, because I still think Canelo's going to win. But he might be able to make things a little bit interesting, maybe make the fight a lot more difficult than a lot of people are assuming it's going to be, and to some extent retain his honour. Obviously, this fight has gotten a little bit more personal now because of the altercation that actually happened with Canelo and obviously the altercation that happened between Canelo and Caleb Plant. But that's neither here nor there, to be honest. All that matters is who actually wins on the night, because that's really what really matters in the sport. So yeah, from that perspective, I'm very much looking forward to this particular fight. And yeah, I think my money's actually might be on Canelo winning via point decision or via KO. Yeah, but that's just my opinion. Tell me your opinion. Who do you think's gonna win? And like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.